Hey guys, today we are going to talk about the Billet Box Revision 4. Happy 4th of July, by the way. I am apparently really bad at staying away from this thing. We take off the night from the show, and hey, look, now I'm shooting a fucking review. Go me. So, Billet Box Revision 4. Let's just throw out where you can get these. The store is located at billetboxvape.mybigcommerce.com. That's where you're going to pick one of these up if you're so inclined. They go up Saturday mornings. The times can change here and there. I think it's usually around 9:30 or 10:30 Eastern that they go up. They only stay in stock for a few minutes, so just keep that in mind. This is something that you can very realistically get, but they do go out of stock pretty quick. You get about 5-10 minutes roughly at this stage of the billet box cycle. So this is a website, not some secret Facebook group, not some stupid list. I just wanted to talk about this because of what it is, what it does, and honestly, it's a really cool little bit of kit. A very, very cool little bit of kit. So first we will drop down to the table, and then you can kind of see what it's all about, check it out, see it up close and personal, and from there we will come back up and talk thoughts. Now it's time for a shitty cloud transition. Yeah, shitty cloud transition. So here we have the Billet Box Rev 4 in all its glory down on the table. We're just going to take a look at it and go over some of the features. The first one is how to take it apart. That can be done very easily. There's finger grooves right up underneath here. You just pop that off. Now you have access to this side. You can pop out the single 18650 battery. This here is a 6.5 milliliter tank. And by unscrewing the top here, now mind you, I have an integrated drip tip piece here, so it's all one. This tank will come out. It will hold a couple different addies. Addies that I know about that it'll hold are this one, the NX Cardo, which is a mesh addy, the Uno and the ERK Atomizer, which are stainless steel, or not stainless steel, cotton addies. The Kangaroo takes Kanger OCC coils, the original Billet Bridge takes Nautilus coils, and the OCC Billet Bridge also takes Kanger OCC coils. This guy is powered by a DNA 40. Just note the battery markings in there, if those will show up. The battery goes in upside down, just like in the Artmod Evo. Satisfying click. Take your top, screw it back on. And then you can put this side back on. Now, this side also comes off. And that is because not only can you change this button, which this is a custom button, not the one that it came with, you can also get different plates for this guy. You can get acrylic plates. There's some guys making stab wood plates. So all in all, this has always been a very customizable piece. The only thing that I wish is it seems like all of the billet boxes come with this white Boro tank. But honestly, on most of them, it would look better with the black. Now, you can go buy a black from the Billet Box website. It's like $32 for an additional Boro tank. I wish that they just gave you the black and had the white as an option on most of them. Personal preference on color, I think the black would look better. By the way, just to show off the DNA screen here as well. Battery life-wise, this thing has really fucking surprised me. I've been using it all weekend and I barely had to change the battery at all. It's been particularly efficient, and it may just be that I'm running it a little lower than what I run my typical builds, because I'm running it at 21 watts. And I also have a lower coil, so I'm pushing it a little less hard than I tend to push things. But that is our down and on the table. Let me see if I have anything else here for you. Oh yeah, we can talk about sizes real quick too. Let's see, this is 24.5 millimeter deep from side to side at the biggest swell, 54 millimeters tall, and 54 millimeters wide and 88 millimeters tall up here. So there's your sizes on this guy. It's a very nice, well-built, pocketable piece. Most importantly, and this is probably the thing that I'm most impressed about this whole thing, do you see or hear anything right now as I try to move these plates? There is zero movement in these plates, and that is just incredibly impressive to me and incredibly beneficial to the billet as a whole, that just nothing moves at all, and that is just fucking brilliant. So with that, we'll go back up and we'll talk last thoughts.
And we are back to kind of sum up the Billet Box Revision 4. I know we kind of went over this a little bit down on the table, but you know, nice big tank, DNA 18650. I have always loved the Billet Box. It's almost like just the perfect little compact, kind of elegant vape for me. That's always been what the Billet Box is to me. The problem is the first Billet Box, it was a very old piece of tech. It just barely touched 20 watts, if it touched 20 watts at all. The batteries were small and they died fast, and there just wasn't a lot of addies for it, but we're going to get to that in a few minutes. So now they've fixed that. It's an 18650. It's a DNA 40. So now you have all these benefits from the 18650 DNA 40. You have replaceable panels now, which is really nice. And there's always been a customization scene around the Billet Box. For instance, the guy that I got this from, custom button, custom drip tip that he made. I found out that he made these extra pieces. They're not the stock pieces, but they look really good. And there's a few people who are doing that kind of stuff, making custom buttons, making that stuff. The price on these, which we haven't talked about yet, the price on these, if you can snag one, is anywhere from $264 to $274. So, I'm going to be completely blunt on this one. I don't know that there's a better value mod on the market than the Billet Box Revision 4. I have long said that there's really nothing that's built better than the Billet Box out there. There's a lot of beautiful mods. There's a lot of beautiful stab wood pieces. I don't think anything has the ingenuity or the quality of the Billet Box, though. There's no moving parts. Nothing is where it shouldn't be. It's all fit compactly together. It's just a brilliant, brilliant piece of vape engineering, so to speak. But there is a downside to all of this. There is one downside to it, and that is the Atomizers. Now, I am really enjoying this NX Cardo tank, which is mesh, and I don't usually like mesh, and I'll be honest, I didn't build it myself. I took it to someone who knows how to do mesh. They did it for me. But I don't usually like mesh. This is good. But there's also, and I think I said this down at the table, there's the Omen, Uno, and there's an Urk Addy that's cotton, and then there's ones that take like the Kanger OCC tanks and the Nautilus tanks and those tanks. If you're not satisfied with any of those things, and the rebuildables are kind of a pain in the ass, it can be really fiddly because everything's internal. You have to drain the tank even to take the atomizer out to fuck with it. If it goes wrong while you're out, you're pretty much fucked. That's the short of it. You're screwed if it goes wrong while you're out, and that's a huge, huge problem to me with this. It's why that all weekend that I've been taking it, it's been the main thing that I've used, and I haven't had a problem, but I've always had a backup mod. And lately, I haven't bothered carrying a backup mod with any of the squonkers or anything. It's all very easily adjustable, and I can play with it and fix it. This, on the other hand, not the case. Probably one of the biggest pains in the ass if you have a problem out there. And I don't know that all the addies are great. Another problem for guys like me, this isn't going to meet most of you, is the airflow. It's too much for me in most cases. I found a little O-ring to put up in the NX. It kind of tapers down the airflow a little bit, and it does a pretty good job. It's okay, but I still want it a little bit tighter. So I put some tape on the inside here, cover these airflow holes. But if I cover these airflow holes completely with my finger, because of these G10 plates and the magnets, it doesn't really do anything at all to air. It's very minimal, I'm assuming, because, air is very light and can permeate these little magnetic panels and get all up in here where the airflow comes in. So didn't really do me much good to cover the air, which is unfortunate because I was really hoping that I could kind of plug it off to where I wanted to. That wasn't the case. If I haven't said to, these plates here are G10. I have seen several stabwood ones, and I've seen several really nice acrylic plates as well that I really like. I'm just checking my notes to make sure that I've talked about everything that I can talk about. But here's the deal. It's not expensive. It's not expensive for the amount of quality that is in this piece. I should put it that way. At $274, it's a lot of quality in a very small package, and it's very ingenuitive. It's very customizable on top of that. The addies are still the weak point. You still have to hope that the addy works. You have to like the rebuilt coils that have an adapter made for them. You have to be okay with mesh, or you have to fiddle with the damn cotton addies. And honestly, I've never had one of the cotton addies work for me the way that I wanted to in the old billet boxes, so I don't know that I want to try again. This guy does get a big thumbs up even with those downsides. I just want to make sure that you're aware of them as well. I think that's pretty much all that I have to say about the billet box. If it's something that you're curious about trying, I strongly suggest that you do. At this point, if you're okay with mesh, I strongly suggest that you try this Inax Cardo 2. Probably the best vaping experience that I've had from a Cardo-sized atomizer so far. Now, I do want to try some of the new replaceable head ones, just because I'd like to be able to pick this up and throw it around, and whatever the case may be. But overall, this has been working very well. I haven't had any leaks, any problems, anything like that. So, on that note, I think that's all I have to say. Have a happy 4th of July, everybody. Good night.